Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Loni Love has been on a campaign to defend herself from allegations of getting her ex-co-host, Tamar Braxton, fired from the show The Real. Now, if you're not familiar with this story, we will do a quick recap before getting into things. Tamar Braxton co-hosted on The Real alongside Loni Love, Jeannie Mai, Adrienne Halton, and Tamara Mary Housley from 2013 until her abrupt departure in 2016. That shocked everyone, including Tamar. Now, since then, all of the ladies from The Real seem to be just as clueless as to what actually happened and held true to their stance of having nothing to do with it. That was until Tamar revealed that she believed that her ex-co-host, Loni Love, was behind her untimely departure. Well, back in September of last year, Tamar provided text messages showing that she was advised that Loni was the one that was sending letters to the execs, and someone by the name of Cookie provided intel to this information. Now, Loni attempted to debunk Tamar's story by writing, "Who writes letters? Who sent this?" And she asked Tamar to come on the show The Real so they could sit down and talk about it. Well, that meeting never took place, but earlier this year, Cookie appeared on Comedy Hype's YouTube channel confirming that she had information confirming Loni did indeed contact someone via email to get Tamar off the show.
One of the Braxton sisters ended up getting removed off The Real. People accused that it was Loni.
Yeah, well, she told me she was going to try to get her off the show. She said that she only wanted to be the only ghetto girl on the show, and she was trying to get rid of her off the show. She showed me an email, and she read it back to me, and one of the things she said, don't quote me verbatim or whatever, but it was to the effect of, Tamar had just got on Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
So being on Dancing with the Stars, she missed 52 episodes of The Real. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was 52. And she was pointing out to the network where if she missed 52 tapings and the ratings haven't changed or they getting better, we really don't need her.
Weeks after Cookie revealed this information, Loni responded via The Real without saying Cookie's name, but insinuated that someone in her old camp was a leech that she just could not help anymore.
If people come at you, like somebody is coming after me because I used to take care of them. I put money in their pocket. Cat Williams put money in their pocket, and now they lying. They lying on me. They making up stories, but it happens to everybody. It happened to Kevin Hart. Someone tried to blackmail him. He had to go to jail because that's what you have to do. Because when you're dealing with leeches, you know, instead of people that you're trying to help, we've all tried to help people, but then there becomes a time when you have to put your foot down and say, look, I can't help you no more. I just can't give you money.
And just this week, the website Madame Noir posted a recent interview that they completed with Loni Love discussing Cookie Hall and her interview about Loni. And Loni had this to say: "I do have thoughts about that I addressed in my book, but I will say this, anybody that knows me knows that I will not describe myself as a ghetto girl. I wouldn't describe Tamar as a ghetto girl. I might say that we believe in the power of being ourselves, but ghetto girl, I would never do that. And also, there's a lesson in this. When you try to help people, you have to watch who you help. I've never been against any black woman. My fans know that. That's the reason why I wrote this book. When you read the book, you will see I've been trying to get the truth out for years, but here we are dealing with this reality show type mentality. I do address that in my book." Now, I wanted to hear directly from Cookie exactly what went on. Why in the world would Loni Love call her a leech? So what did I do? I gave Cookie a call, and this is how it went down.
Hey.
Hey, Cookie. This is Chronicle. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Just fine. So I wanted to make sure that you were okay with me recording this phone call before we get started. Are you okay with it? Okay.
Yes, no problem.
Okay, Cookie. So I saw you actually on Comedy Hype, and you set the internet on fire a couple of weeks ago when you revealed some information regarding Tamar being fired from The Real, and her ex-co-host Loni Love was involved in it pretty much from an email that you saw. So can you kind of explain how you saw the email, what happened, where were you? Can you give me some information about that?
Well, just like I said, we was just kind of chilling, and she was expressing the fact that she wanted her off the show, and so she was going to point out some things to the network that may have some relevancy, which may help her get kicked off the show.
Okay. Okay, can you tell me who it was that she emailed when you saw this email? You actually saw the email, so whose name was on the email?
I actually didn't see the actual emails while she was sitting there typing them on her laptop, but she read them back to me. And yes, I know exactly who she was emailing, but the person she was emailing has no relevancy because the person that she was emailing didn't know, I guess, that the reason behind the emails. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Okay.
They were probably just thinking, like I said, that some things were being pointed out.
Okay. What was your communication with her afterwards, after she explained that she was doing this to someone who was so-called her friend? What was your reaction?
Well, the thing about me is I've never really had platforms to say anything. I've never really had too many interviews. And Comedy Hype asked me a question, and of course, I just answered it. You know what I mean? People can be mad or whatever, but I answered the question. I wasn't going to jump on board of that untruth. You know what I'm saying? As hard as it is to get on TV, why would you want someone to be kicked off, especially us? You know what I mean? So it just really didn't make sense to me. That's all.
Okay, so Loni pretty much got on The Real, and she said that there was a leech, there was someone that was in her pocket, and everyone pretty much thought it was you. I even thought it was you. Can you explain what would make her think that? Like, were you ever asking her for money? Did you ever take money from her besides, doing your gig, doing your writing for her? Did you ever take any money from her, accept any money from her? Where did Loni get that from?
I just think with her engineering degree, she probably could have came up with a better word than leech, because when she used to call me and she needed money and she would sleep on my couch and I would give her money, she wasn't writing for me. I didn't call her a leech. I called her a friend. So, that's really all I have to say about that.
Okay, so you said sleeping on your couch. Like, at what point in time was this? She never brought that up. So at what point in time was this that she was actually sleeping on your couch? Why did she have to sleep on your couch?
Well, she would call me, because she ran out of money, and she would be out where I guess she couldn't get home, and she would call me, and I was out on tour with Kat, and she would say, she needed a few dollars, and I would send it to her. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't send it to her. I would have my roommate never go into the house and, have her meet him at the house, and he would give her whatever amount I told him that she needed or whatever. So, I mean, even my son, the other day I told my son, and he was kind of confused, like, Mom, I used to get up in the morning on my way to school and see Auntie Loni laying on the couch. Why would she say that you was leeching off of her when I know you helped her also?
Okay, I got you. So was it a point of time where she was homeless or like?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay. No. So it wasn't anything like that. Okay. No. Okay. So you pretty much were just two friends helping each other. It wasn't really anyone taking too much from one person. It was two friends helping each other.
Exactly. That's what I probably thought. I've helped a lot of comedians in the comedy business. I've been a good friend to her, to Cat. I was a good friend to them no matter what, and they would be lying if they came forward and said that I wasn't. And it's a lot of other comedians out there that'll tell you that I was good friends to them. I've paid cell phone bills. I've bought lunch. I've bought groceries. I've given you $40 to get your bitch off your ass because you a comedian and you're not getting booked and you need a couple dollars. I didn't put gas in people's cars. I didn't drove comedians to their gigs. You know, I was just a friend that did whatever it take to help you get to where the hell you was trying to go to, and that's it. I wasn't even thinking about nothing else.
Okay. So what really happened between, because you say friends, what really happened between you and Loni as friends to make it to where you guys just don't talk anymore and she's now calling you LEECH?
I don't know. She was told me she was going to shoot this pilot and she wanted me to be a part of the pilot. And so I said, okay. So, but in the meantime, in between time, I had stopped writing for her. So she said she really couldn't she had more than one writer. So I was the one she said she couldn't have anymore, which was fine. So I got back on the road and went out on the road and, a few stops, and one of the stops is Detroit because my mother is ill. So I try to stop there as much as I can and spend as much time as I can with her. So, and then she called me and she said, hey, are you going to make it back in time to shoot the pilot? And I said, yeah, I'll make it happen, And so I made it happen. I got back a day before she was supposed to shoot the pilot. And I told her, I said, I'm going to go get my hair done, my nails done, and, get my outfit and stuff together. And what time you need me there, she gave me a specific time. And I got down to Paramount Studios when she told me to get down there. And when I got down there, it was kind of like, yeah, we don't have you nowhere being on this show at no point. It was kind of like
what the people at the door said.
Yeah, this was what they were saying. If you want to sit with her, her friends and family, that's fine. I said, no, I'm just gonna kind of hang out right here by the door. And then a lot of people that knew me and her approached me like, hey, isn't this great? And I was like, yeah, it's great, And I was just kind of nonchalant, because I had texted her a couple of times like, hey, I'm here, I'm at the door, what's going on? And she didn't respond, so. Anyway, I watched, film, like a couple of segments of it, and then I left. I was like, well, obviously I'm not going to be on here, so let me go ahead and leave because I got a long ride back to the house, so I left. And
when you were there during filming, did she see you?
Oh, yeah, she could see me. I was standing right there where she could see me. But, it don't matter. Everybody knew I was there, her management. Right. Agents or friends, they knew I was there. So when I left, I just texted her, congratulations, you look amazing. The set looks amazing, I'm really proud of you. And I left. I don't have no malice in my heart or for people that's doing things. When you start out on a journey, people are a part of your journey. They're not the journey.
Right.
So, I just moved on. I didn't think about it. So at that point, she just never responded up until this day. So she said something on the real derogatory. I mean, of course she didn't say it directly, but,
Okay. Yeah, and that was going to be my next question. Did she ever respond back? And you said she didn't. Okay.
No.
Wow.
No. She hasn't responded back to this day.
Okay, has there ever been a time, because we see that she was trying to shut down things with Tamar and it actually worked, has there ever been a time other than this gig that you guys were supposed to do together, was there ever a time that you felt like she stopped you from getting any money, stopped your bag, stopped any shows for you?
Oh, yeah. I found it out and I don't know. I'm just not like, it's hard for me to hold a grudge if I love you. I understand people make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? But at one point, there was one time when someone from, I think it was Levity, that asked me, that seen me, and he told me, say, you know what, Cookie, you're going to be perfect for Orange is the New Black. And I was like, oh, cool. And he was like, I'm going to get you on that show. And I was like, oh, cool. He just seen me, and he came at me like that. He knew me from the Cat Williams tour or whatever. So she was sitting there, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's her management company. She was sitting there, and I called him when he told me to call him, and I called him again, and he told me to call him, and then I called him again, and I started getting no responses. And so this was before The Real had started or whatever, and Orange is the New Black was one of the, hottest shows on networks. And so a little bit later on, like 4 or 5 months later, somebody told me that, she was the one that kept me from being on the show. So I didn't, like I said, I just treat it like a grain of salt because, my mother taught me that, you love people and people make mistakes. So, I don't know. I just didn't worry about it.
So you guys never had a conversation about that?
No.
Okay.
No. There's no need to have conversations about things. That's why I said, there's no need to have a conversation about it so you can deny it and say no when, and then it becomes a bunch of he say, she say or whatever, so.
Okay. So Nikki put up a video on Instagram. That's your hairstylist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she put up a video on Instagram. Okay, and she did Lonnie's hair as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so she knows you both. So that she put up a video on Instagram, and that video went viral. I know I reposted it on my Instagram. It went viral. It had a lot of people talking. So she pretty much said that she was there as well, or she knows, that Loni shaded Tamar and got Tamar fired. What really... She brought up something that just kind of had everybody like, what?
And you sat there several times and spoke to Cookie. I've witnessed you spoke to her and told her all the fucked up shit you felt about Tamar. So come on, let's not go there and let's not say that you didn't do this. Yes, you did. Try. She didn't help you in all your drunken nights when you was young boys and shit and leaving their ass in Vegas. Come on, you was young boys and shit and leaving their ass in Vegas. Come on now.
Yeah.
And can you elaborate on that?
I mean, she met this guy and, she met him at the comedy club.
She said you're 23. You're not 23. How old are you?
I'm 23.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
You're 23?
That's how I do it, baby. I like it young.
How did y'all meet? Where'd you meet?
We met at a comedy club.
So you saw her do stand-up?
No. She was eating nachos.
And you just happened to be at the comedy club?
Yes.
I was eating my nachos, drinking my brown liquor, minding my business. And then I saw him, and what did I say to you?
Hey, baby, you want a drink?
'Cause that's how I do it.
And she liked him, and from my knowledge, he was homeless and whatever, and she liked him, and they hung out together, and then it all went bad, and she would call me, and she would be, of course, crying or whatever, expressing the fact that she didn't want to be near him no more, around her no more or whatever. So I just told her, I said, just, move, and leave him in Vegas, I told her that. I said because she couldn't get rid of him because he was pretty much, I guess, staying with her at the house or whatever. So, and so, she moved. I moved her. I actually moved her. Packed up all her stuff, and I moved her into a new apartment because she was on the set shooting a movie. So I packed it all up for her, as a friend, and I moved it all. And when she came from the, shooting the movie, she just moved right into her apartment. I even took everything out and set it up and put it up for her and everything. So.
Okay, so for you to do all of that, you guys really were like close friends, because I know I wouldn't do that for anybody. Y'all had to be close friends.
Right. So, for you to reference me as such names, bad names, if you pay attention to the Comedy Hype interview, I never said anything bad about her. I just answered the question.
Okay. How much backlash have you received from Loni's fans or the fans of The Real since that interview was placed out?
I don't know, because I don't care about comments from people who weren't there.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. Now, I searched for you online, and I saw a lot of comedy clips online, just looking for information about you, and I saw that you were a part of the Snoop Dogg's Bad Girl of Comedy tour, and it was a lot of clips missing from you. I saw everybody else, but I didn't really see many clips from you. Can you explain why that is?
First of all, it wasn't a tour. It was just a show. It was a one-time shot. It was a one-time shot show. The people that were behind it, Scott Montoya and his crew, they came to me after Cat Williams' tour and said, hey, you'd be perfect to host this Bad Girls of Comedy that we're thinking of shooting. And so that was the plan. And then I guess about a month or two before they decided to shoot it, they came to me and said, hey, we got Snoop on board, and we would like for you to go ahead and do a set. You know, do you mind doing a set? I said, no, I don't mind doing a set. I prefer it. And I said, and with Snoop on board, that'd be great because, you know, Snoop is Snoop, you know. So that'd be perfect, you know what I mean? So we shot it, and that was it. And it was on, I think it was released first on Showtime, and I think it was on Netflix at one point, I don't know. And then so I would just go to look for the clips online, and I would never see my individual clips broke down. I'm just on the trailer. That's it.
Okay.
I'm pretty much on the trailer, on the pictures or whatever. And I would just be asking myself, why do I see everybody else's clips broken down, you know, and I never see mine just broken down, you know. I'm pretty sure they didn't put it up there, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, the only clips that are up there are the ones that I figured out how to break it down myself and put it up there. But I don't know why they didn't put my clips up there. I have no idea.
Okay, so the clips that are there are the ones that you put up there yourself.
Yes.
Okay, so speaking of Cat Williams, I saw a lot of controversy. A lot of his fans were saying different things about you. What happened with your relationship with Cat Williams, your friendship with Cat Williams, to just make everything go south?
Nothing.
Oh.
I just, basically, I just didn't want to be around him no more because I don't want to be under nobody, you know what I'm saying, for the rest of my career.
Okay.
Keith Cat's never done anything to me. Not one thing. We've always been just good friends, no deal. But, you know, it's so much, people be mad, you know, Cat be mad, you know, I don't know why he be mad, but, you know, he be mad, and people be mad every day, not just him, everybody be mad every day, everybody, no matter who it is, all the people online, they're just mad, just people be mad. I'm not mad. I'm not a person that be mad. I'm not a person that wake up mad. I don't want to be mad, okay? And I don't want that kind of energy around me, and I'm not going to be around that kind of energy because at some point in your life, you just want peace.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm a very peaceful person, and that's why a lot of them love me as a friend because of the advice I could give them and the peacefulness and the happiness that I bring around them because that's just my personality, period. I don't want to be around you if you're mad every damn day. I don't want to be around you. I don't care if you're my child. I don't want to be around your ass.
Okay. So there was just times where he was just upset a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and like I said, I don't want to be under nobody my whole career. I had to venture out. Some people are a part of your journey. They're not your journey. So when I set out to be a comedian, I didn't know them. I met them along the journey, you know, and when me and him met, we clicked and we was friends for a long time. And we're still friends. We just don't see each other.
Okay, fair enough.
As far as I know,
okay.
You might ask him, he might say some different shit. I don't know.
He might say something different. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
He might say fuck her. I don't know.
Okay, well, listening or watching online or looking for you online, I saw a lot of your music. And I actually listened to a lot of your music and heard a lot about this Tamar and Loni situation in your music.
I'm going to play my role, get my money, and stay in position. And the Emmy goes to Loni Love for the Tamar Braxton transition. And the Emmy goes to Loni Love for the Tamar Braxton transition.
Right. That was not the first time you actually brought it up. It was in your music, and we just didn't hear it. So talk a little bit more about your music career, you know, rapping and doing music. I actually thought this started from someone else, and actually it seems like it started from you. You've been doing this for a while, comedy and music together and rapping, right?
I started music in Detroit with a label called 12th Street Records. And from there, it moved me to California. I sent the song to my cousin. My cousin sent the song to Sharitha Knight, which is Suge Knight's, I guess, wife or girlfriend at that point. They liked it. It was called This Is the Way the Cookie Crumbles. They said you should move to California, so I packed up like the Beverly Hillbillies and I moved to California.
Okay.
Took my son and everything, you know.
Okay.
So anyway, as when I used to have a nightclub night that I promoted in Moreno Valley, California, every Thursday night, I had a comedy night. I would hire comedians to come out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I met Cat. I'd hired him to come out and do my show. So he'd come out frequently, and one particular time he comes out and he says, well, what you doing tonight? And I said, I'm going to the studio and put some comedy on these guys' rap albums. And he was like, oh. I said, yeah, I'm going to be funny and rap. And, as long as I do that, it'll be rap comedy, so to speak, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, all right, I'll go with you. And I was like, cool. So he went, and to my surprise, he got behind the microphone and he freestyled for about 45 minutes, and it was hilarious. It was hilarious, and I was like, Cat, you got to do this, dude. It could be rap comedy, you could do your jokes to music, original music, and people, just as long as you stay funny, people will never call you a rapper. It'll be, crazy,
Mm-hmm.
So he, of course, Cat being as smart as he is, he did it. And he came out with a song, I think, called Kitchen Saint. You could probably find it online. And then he started doing the music, and I was still doing the music, and I was watching him just excel at it, and he ended up doing a deal with Dipset or something like that. And, I just watched him excel with it. Right now, he probably has 300-400 songs, I'm pretty sure. I used to manage his studio in Burbank. He probably had 200 songs then. So I decided, there's no female out there that's going to, do it. So let me go ahead and, reintroduce myself to this, because I do know I do music. And I'm just going to be funny, and I'm going to bag on people and tag people and all of that. So my first song I did was called With the Price of Gas, because I used to have a joke called With the Price of Gas when I was on tour with Cat. So that was the first one. And then the second one I did was called A Man for Every Bill.
Mm-hmm.
And, just from there, I've just been doing it, and then I got kind of better at it. And so then I came out with Stripper Bitch, and I thought it'd be funny for the strippers to have a song. And then my producer was like, oh, you got to be more controversial. And so that's when I came out with Ball Till I Fall. And, being a little bit more controversial and speaking on some of the things I see on the internet. And then from there, I came out with the other one, Checking the Facts. The whole rap comedy thing, and I was calling it rap comedy. I hashtagged it rap comedy because I didn't want people to think I'm a rapper, but I just know how to do it, and it's and it opened up a genre. So it's not, now you see all the comedians rapping and doing their music, and, there you have it.
I appreciate you putting that information out there and letting us know where it came from.
Yeah, well, the reason I told Kat to do it, because I knew that the masses would accept a man doing it quicker than they would accept a woman doing it. You know what I'm saying? The whole, so that's why I was like, you need to do this and just stay funny, and nobody will never call you a rapper, so.
Okay. Can you tell people where they can find your music, where they can find information about you? Because like I said, I enjoyed listening to it. So can you tell people where they can find more information about your music and find you and follow you?
Yeah, you can find me at Cookie, COOKIE, Hull, HULL, on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Twitter, on my TikTok. And my music actually is streamed everywhere. It's on Pandora, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Google Play. It's actually streamed, on pretty much all the streaming platforms.
Okay. Is there anything that you would like the people to know? Because people can always spin their own narrative. It's best to hear it from the horse's mouth. So is there anything that you would like people to know about Miss Cookie Hole?
You know, I'm just a comedian that started just like they did. Started from nothing and, you know, stayed on my journey and tried to become great. You know, it's nothing different from them. Single mother from Detroit, raised my child by myself. He is he's working on his master's degree. He's an investment banker. You know, I'm just an advocate for good. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
I'm an advocate for good. I want to see the good in everybody. So when I used to be around those particular people and among a lot of others, like I said, it's a lot of comedians that'll tell you Cookie has been there for me, and she's helped me grow and helped me develop and stuff like that. So my legacy will live forever. Nobody can ever tarnish it. I'm funny as hell, period. I'm not going to never downplay myself. And I just want people to know that I have no bad intentions in my heart, my spirit, my soul for nobody. But I am going to defend who I am. I am going to defend myself and who I am under any circumstance, whether you like it or not.
Okay. So there you have it, Miss Cookie Hole. Miss Cookie Hole, I thank you so much for interviewing with me today, taking your time out and interviewing with me. And I look forward to seeing you more on that TV, the big screen, and everything else, Cookie.
All right. And thank you.
Talent.
And make sure people, I host a comedy club every weekend in Augusta, Georgia. It's called the Jokers Comedy Club. Black owned, black operated. I love these people. They have a platform that we can go out there and work and get a few dollars. And I just want to give a shout out to them and tell people that if you comedian, you serious. I don't have no problem getting no comedian on that stage, but understand that it's a lot of comedians contacting me, so don't get frustrated if you're trying to contact me and get on the stage. I'll eventually try to get to you if you know.
Okay.
All right.
And they can definitely reach out to you on Instagram or however to any of your social media platforms to get in contact with you.
Just DM me and understand that it's you DM me and it's 142 other people DMing me. So just give me a chance to get back to you. But one thing I do pride on is I do try to get back to everybody at some point.
Okay. Well, I love that. All right, Cookie. Thank you so much.
No, thank you. I appreciate you. And shout out to Chronicle Speak.
Hey. Thank you, Cookie. All right.
Bye-bye.
All right, in this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey, and Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey, and use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new episodes.